Hi everyone, this is Jebro, and today we have an exciting new feature which has come to sPVP maps. Basically what you can do is you can now actually transition quite nicely from different spots on the map. As you can currently see, Spotty has been very awesome to volunteer to help me in this, and I did the same for him. So I'll put a link in the video below and you can see it from the other team's perspective, and that will be on my character. So basically what you can see here is every map in sPVP has had this feature added. So the nice transitions, rather than a cut, you can see it actually kind of just zooms or pans over to where you can go. Now, one thing we have actually forgotten to do, just as I remembered, is that you can actually zoom in as well. So there's a nice little zoom feature that you can do, which doesn't decrease the quality or anything, so you can just zoom in and out as well. So that's actually something I forgot to do just as I'm doing this video, but I might just add a tiny video in later to show you that. But you can also go into the game and you can see it yourself. So as you can see on Fofire, some nice transition points. So I go to Waterfall here to catch Spy coming up the stairs in a moment, and then just watching him coming into the point. So you can see the actions on both sides, go back to him if I need to, like that, to see him coming into the point and what he will actually do, but not just cutting to him, so not missing any of the action as it comes in, and you can actually almost like follow some abilities as well, which is quite cool. And then transition quite nicely to a Lord Rush, so using that eyelid and actually going into the player and then going into the Lord, as you can see there. Didn't bash down the door or anything on this side, I forgot that one, but did it on the other side on his video. So going over to the next map, we got Temple. There's some really nice features in here, and of course I'm still practicing with this myself. It's very early on, and as a shoutcaster this is going to be extremely useful, and even for players as well. Can you see each transition here? Look, as he comes into Temple, can go to the wide angle, and it's actually going to make it very nice, and it's just adding a new nice dynamic where we can actually produce, you can produce some nice quality videos for yourself if you're following some games. Also learning some extra moves, like not missing a couple of abilities here and there as it transitions. You can see some entry into points, what people do when they're coming into stillness, like here, just as you come down that road and that path, you can come to the wider angle, and it just adds like kind of extra element, you know, like that film kind of element where, you know, you can see all the action. It makes it a little bit more interesting and quite cool, you know. It's quite cool effects. Like here I failed a little bit, but I get him as he comes back up. My idea would be to do what that was doing, but I just caught him late going down the stairs. But as he goes down to this point, you can just have a look at the rest of the node as well. Sorry, the actual tranquility buff itself, and then you can come back up the stairs and actually pull this one off. But it's going to be just a bit of practice. So the first cup I'll use this on is the ESO Weekly. You might be watching this when that's gone past, but you can, I'll add it and see. You can see what we did with our first cup. But you can see there, it comes just as it comes up the stairs. It just does a bit of a pan and zooms out to the wide point, and then I can go towards the ferocity buff camera, and then all the way over towards Altar as well. So no cuts really. Well, not many at all as you go through each point. There is obviously some instances where that does happen, but that's just, you know, the way it is at the moment. I'm sure in the future that will probably change as well, but as a starter this is really great. You can see the cut there, that was just more me really failing, but then just as you go around the back of the point, the other entry side as well, and it's just a nice little extra feature which has come in. I didn't do Forest because we just thought, you know, be nice for you guys to go and check that out yourself, and so you can have a little bit of fun. Did manage to get a bit of Skyhammer as well, as also Battle of Kylo. So as you can see here, look, going out wide out of the spawn, Spotty's just going to run over towards the windmill node here, which is quite a nice little transition itself. You can just go into him. Just there, as you can see, I did fail a little, but just as he's coming into the node, then go for another wide angle on the side leading up towards Clock Tower. And then pick him up just as he's moving into the actual clock tower itself. You notice that the walls have been destroyed. There is a reason for that. Grouch from ArenaNet showed us a nice little transition which actually worked pretty well. So you can see him coming into the point there and actually just going out wide to his perspective rather than trying to click just on the name. You can of course click on the players as well to get these different angles, which I do quite a lot, just to pick players up quickly and move rather than moving my mouse all the way to the corner of the screen, which is actually quite a nice way of doing it. So just as he's moving towards the mid there, just pick him up just legging it through here. So that's quite a nice transition as well. If you're on the sides, you can pick them up in the middle and follow them all the way through, because there is no camera under there because it's very awkward. So you can actually make it look like there is, which is pretty sweet. So here's the really nice one, as you can see, going from Treb to the mid, and that only happens when the mid is destroyed. So it adds a new feature itself to the actual camera angles you can get, especially as a caster. That's going to be very nice. And you can see the fights which go on around that mid, and actually just follow a Treb shot through. Imagine you're at the Treb, someone fires, and you can follow the camera eyes lids to wherever that Treb's going, and it makes it look really nice and really effective. And then just going over to Mansion here, you can see some nice extra points as well. So going towards the clock tower and then back over towards the spawn of the blue team, you can just see Spotty running around there. So it's pretty nice, I think I played around with this a little bit too much and got a little bit too keen, and just thinking, how can I use this in shoutcasting? Obviously Nick does a lot of the production side, so he's going to be using that a lot, but obviously I do it as well. So it's going to be pretty sweet. It's just going to end there just towards the Treb, as I think we're going to go into the next one. But as you can see, I have some obsession with the Treb area and clock tower, but that is such a nice transition. I love it. It's brilliant. It's going to work out so well. And also, you guys can have a lot of fun with this if you're making videos or actually just trying to watch players and pick up different things as well. So I added a bonus map in here, Skyhammer. Obviously, we don't shoutcast Skyhammer at all, and Temple isn't really in the normal rotation. But we're thinking about adding it to ESL, maybe, and maybe, you know, it's been in some tournaments, so still it is worth thinking about. On this map, there is some really nice transitions, because this is a later map, and the eyes were probably put in different places to think about for this for the future, maybe, not too sure. But there are some really nice transitions, as you can see, really smooth in places, and it looks pretty sexy, if I'm honest. I mean, come on, look. Look how good this is. It just adds, look, the cart goes so big. You can see the action around the map as you're actually, you know, as you're moving. So you can see other players and you can see where they're going, rather than just looking solely at the map the whole time. I think it's going to be really nice for people to see those transitions between each point in a bit more detail. So as Spot is just running along here, we just tried a few things out. Hadn't tested this before much, but you can see how easy it is to use. You just get the mouse clicker. If you're not a fay with this and you want to try it and you haven't been in sPVP and you just want to do it to maybe make, you know, even just make little films and videos, like not even just for the case of learning PvP, you can use this space to pick up your characters in different ways. You can zoom in and out as well. I didn't put that in this video, so I do apologize, but I'll do a separate one to show you how to do that if you need any help. But it can really, it's going to add a nice little thing. I really think this is going to make some good content for people that wanted to make little kind of short movies and stuff and had to cut maybe parts of their screen. Now they can just do it in a different way. They can actually zoom in and out and from different camera angles on the map and use the whole screen, and maybe not lose a little bit of resolution in their editing and whatnot. So it's going to be really nice. I'm pretty happy, guys. Just watch the rest of this video. Let me know what you think. Is this a good thing? Do you think it's cutting is a bit better, or do you like the transitions idea? I mean, this is going to be it's another one of these things where we've had some good feedback we can give to Arena, and they've actually listened to this and they've implemented something. It's pretty good, so I'm really happy. So thanks to the team for that. Also thanks to Sputty for helping me out with this video, and I will see you soon, guys. Thank you very much. Take care.